Hello and welcome to yet another episode, and this time we are focusing on dating. From our social media platform and from my therapy sessions with the young emerging adults, there are a lot of questions about dating, and one of them is how can I know and how many dates do I need to go for to know this is there's real potential or this is the real one? And that's a very general and very interesting question because it's not about the number of dates that people need to go for to be able to know that there's real potential in this. It's more of who they are and exactly how they go for these dates. Beware of the first impressions. In most cases, they are not lasting because of the artificiality people come with at the beginning of the dating process. Also, do not ignore your gut feel. Check how you feel in a relationship. Do you feel edified? Could be something good to give a shot or to try. If you're feeling uncomfortable, if you're questioning the relationship, be very keen, be very alert, and be very observant, and allow yourself validate what you're feeling and walk away when it is the right time to walk away. Other mainly asked questions is, how do I know the intentions of the person I am with are genuine during a dating process? And this is a question that is really about certainty of the relationship. And it is important for us to know that you can only be sure about yourself. You can only be sure about your intentions. And in dating, it is good that you allow yourself to be curious, to be open to learn, to be able to discover and get to see how you feel and whether you're connecting with the individual and how you're feeling in this relationship. And we always add that the more the differences sometimes, we may say opposite attract, but sometimes the more the differences, the higher the conflicts may be in a relationship. And in most cases, you can only be sure of your intentions, not of the other person's intentions. And what people should take to dating is more the curiosity, more the openness to want to learn, to discover things about yourself, what's being triggered in you, and to discover about the other person. And also to be able to remain invested and to even notice and check whether the other person is invested in the relationship and to see what sort of decisions are being made. What decisions are you making? Are you able to communicate your expectations? Are you choosing to plug in? Is the other person choosing to plug in and work on this relationship or give it a chance so that you're not the only one, or it's not only one person who is invested emotionally, psychologically, and otherwise in this relationship. Another question is whether in this digital era, the social media and the dating apps have ruined the dating process. And probably the answer is yes and no. Yes, because of the catfishing and the artificiality that the social media comes with. When people post images in the dating apps and people like the photos or like the images or the content they put there, highly scripted and filtered, that's not the real person. And no, because the social media platform and the dating apps actually offer a wider sampling space for the young people to sample their partners from and be able to know what they want and even be able to evaluate themselves and know also what they are taking to relationships as they observe and read what other people are bringing. For those who may want to start dating, one of the questions that they mainly ask is, what should I really focus on? And I also pose a question and ask, what do you think you should focus on? And most of the time is about the physical attraction, the social standing in terms of career, financial ability or stability, career, the physical attributes, how they look, tall, dark, handsome, well-rounded for the girls. And I always tell them those are nice for first impressions, but that is not exactly what you live with, and that is not what will make you feel loved or taken care of in a relationship. It's really the character and the quality of the person. So when we talk about what do I need to focus on in a relationship, it's not really the other person, because many people are so invested in how the other person is. It's who you are as a person, where you're aware of your self-worth, your identity, your attachment issues, because you attract who you are. Where you have a low self-worth, you're likely to attract another person or a person with low self-worth. Where your identity is wanting and you don't feel good enough, or you don't think you're worthy of being loved, so you're going to take anyone, you're going to allow anything in the relationship. You're going to remain so passive that you can be treated like a doormat and still stay or stick in a relationship where you're insecure in terms of attachment. And therefore, you're either selfish or very aggressive in a relationship, and it's just going to be about you, not about the other person, or it's mainly going to be about them, not about you all the time. When a real focus is on you, you know that your happiness is your responsibility. So you're able to deal with the issues of the past, whether they are rejection issues or childhood issues, and you're not going to load that on the other person that you would want to date or have a relationship with. So you are able also to note somebody who is also taking care of themselves. So you both can bring wellness to a relationship and be able to start a healthy dating process. So keep the focus on yourself to be able to know what you would want to take from another person. How then do the young people initiate and maintain a healthy dating process? And first and of importance is to be realistic about their expectations, be rational and be very objective. Where even when you have worked on your self-esteem, you have built a healthy, positive identity, and you really know what you want, that you're willing to assertively take a no. And don't let that color your future relationships. Don't internalize it and personalize it and make it feel like it's the end of the world or you have been rejected. Learn from the experience and evaluate and keep wanting to connect, but take your time to heal fast. Do not get into a rebound relationship. Another most important point is to ensure that you do not compare yourself with others. There are those who are in and out of relationships and they don't take time to learn. Take your time to understand what happened in that previous relationship. Take your time to know who that person was and who you are and what happened in that relationship that made it not work, so that you don't take that baggage to another relationship. The dating process, or during the dating process, do not be swallowed up in this relationship process. Allow yourself to be and let the other person be. Keep your identity, continue developing yourself, continue doing your self-care and maintaining a happy space for yourself and living life meaningfully as you pursue other goals, as you pursue other hobbies, that the relationship is not the center of your life. It's not the one defining your life, so that if it fails, then you're shattered. So ensure that you're also taking care of yourself, you're building your career, you're relating with other people, and you're living your life meaningfully. Observe real situations, how this person interacts with others while you're on a date with them, how they treat waiters and waitresses, how they talk about their colleagues, how they talk about their family members, because the interpersonal skills they have out there is what they will bring to your relationship. Do not feel special and think that they're going to treat you differently. What you observe in the real sense, or in the real world, how they treat others, is what is going to happen to you at some point during your relationship. Dating is a worthwhile experience, and it is important that we know that you're going to spend a lot of time in a relationship, whether in marriage or whatever relationship you choose to be in. So be keen, be well and highly invested in it as you do it, so that you can give yourself the best or get yourself the best. Thank you for listening and watching. Look out for our next episode. Please drop us questions and comments and we'll be sure to respond.